And this week we are talking about what happens in the opposite of direct speech. It is called indirect speech. So it's not coming directly out of my mouth. Now, an example of this. Let's say we are in the classroom, and if we were in the classroom, if only, and we decide that we want to wear our pajamas to school on Friday. Now, I have to go to Miss Mayer and ask her for permission. So I walk into her office. That's me. If you can see, I'm asking Miss Mayer, the kids and I would really appreciate it if we could wear our pajamas to school. And Miss Mayer says, "Are you crazy?" Then I walk back to class. I come to you and you will ask me, "Oh, and what did Mrs. Mayer say?" I'd say, what did she say? Are we allowed to? Then I just say no. Is that exactly Miss Mayer's words? Did Miss Mayer actually say no? Did no actually come out of her mouth? No, it didn't. That is what I said. But if you ask me what did Miss Mayer say, and I say, she said, "Are you crazy?" Because then it's in inverted commas. I quote what came out of her mouth. Or I can use indirect words and I say, this is what we're doing now. You ask me, what did Miss Mayer say? I say, Miss Mayer asked if we were crazy. Those, it's also what came out of her mouth, but not directly, not like the way she said it to me. It's almost a little past tense. So whenever we have that situation where we have to swap the direct words to the indirect words, we have to move a few words around and change a bit of the tenses to make it make sense. Now, I have a direct sentence. Nathan is speaking. Nathan asked, and remember there's a comma between this part, who was speaking, and what is coming out of his mouth. Nathan asked, comma, and then I start my speech bubbles. Can I have cake? Question mark. Inside the speech bubble, and I close it so that this is my bubble. This is the words that came out of his mouth, like this. Now, the Polis didn't hear what Nathan said. Now, Polis says, what did Nathan ask? Then I don't say, Nathan asked, can I have cake? I will say to Polis, Nathan asked if he may have cake. So it is what Nathan said, but it wasn't the words that physically came out of his mouth. So what we have to do is we will write, still, Nathan asked if he, not I anymore, okay? Nathan asked if he can have cake. So I need to write so that you guys can see. Can have cake. Full stop. No inverted commas, no normal commas. It's just a normal sentence where I say what Nathan said. It's indirectly his words, not his direct words, his indirect words. Look at this. Indirect or reported speech. It's what I report what happened. In indirect speech, we report what somebody else has said by putting their exact words in speech marks. In direct speech. This is what we did last week. Now, in indirect or reported speech, we explain what has been said by using reporting verbs like say and tell. So things are going to change in here. Will change to would. Can would change to could. May be changed to might. So, may I go to my friend's house? Then I will say, Jemima asked if she might go to her friend's house. All right, things like that. I changes to he or she. Me changes to him or her, because it's not coming out of my mouth anymore. It's coming out of someone else's mouth. They are reporting what I said. So let's look at a few examples. Change the following sentence from direct to indirect. She says, I am a little bit nervous. Now, says is going to change to past tense because she already said it. Indirect words will always be past tense because it was already said by someone else. So she said. And sometimes the sentences will be a little different, however it goes, as long as it makes sense. I'm going to say, she said that she is a little bit nervous. Oh, I'm writing ugly. Don't ever write like I do, please, my children. I can't unlearn what I have already learned. All right, she said that she is a little bit nervous. That is fine, perfect, just the way it is. If yours differs a little bit of mine, it's fine, as long as it still makes sense. They said, sir, the time is over. So they said that the time is over. Or they said to him that the time is over. You see, I can change the sentence a little bit, but it is still correct. It's still past tense. They said to him that the time is over, however way you want to. Sam said, we go for a walk every day. Sam said that we changes to they. Sam said that they go for a walk every day. It's not coming directly out of his mouth. I'm saying what Sam said. He says, I am happy. He said that he is happy. If it starts with a he, you can't change him into a she all of a sudden. Stay with the correct, what do we call it? Correct boy or girl situation. And that is all from my side. So remember, it's always past tense. It's not coming out of that person's mouth anymore. It is indirect, and I'm saying what that person said. Past tense, so change your thingies a little bit, change the sentence, and that is all.